Okay, so I swear I'm going to get to all the meaty stuff that you actually need to know. Like, what does this mean for me? Okay, so I am not saying that I didn't ever think that you guys could do this, or that like I felt like I was better, or the way I ran a group was better, or that I could do this better than you. That's not true. The issue, we all have something, right, that we know we struggle with, and we probably all have a place that we can place blame. I know I do, because my perfectionist father, and he is super critical, and nothing's ever good enough. As a result of that, my inner voice became one that like, nothing's ever good enough. And I feel like I've been trying to prove myself. So what happened over the last couple weeks, you guys saw me like pulling back. I had to do some like work on myself. And it was really, really hard. We're talking conversations with my husband, conversations with my kids, reading entire personal development books, on my knees in prayer, crying nearly every morning, handing it all over to God, like just pressing it, unplugging more than I've ever unplugged. Feeling like I was just so far past my breaking point, right? Which is usually when God has to carry you, because you just can't go on anymore. And I literally talked to somebody in our upline and was like, Katie, like, I'm done. Like, I need help. I don't want to quit. And I feel like I'm the closest that I've been in such a long time. I have to like work. I feel like God's got me at this point that like the layers, he's trying to peel back the layers. And I know I need to change. I know I need to, but this is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done, because I've been like this for 31 years. I've talked this way for 31 years. I've been bossy McButterpants for 31 years. Like, I have literally been, how do you change something that you've been doing your whole life? It seems so overwhelming, but that's personal development. And that's where that belief comes in. And I know I can change, but I know it's not going to be like a light switch. So, what you guys need to know is what this means for you, and what I'm doing differently moving forward. So, today my son said to me, we were doing something in the yard to play, and I was like, he's trying to show me these like ninja moves or something, right? And I was like, okay, so I'm going to learn by watching you, right? And he's like, no, mommy, you're going to learn by doing it with me. And I was like, hold on, bud, I got to go write that down, because I'm like, that's the point. I've been trying to just do it for my I've just like, okay, like, just watch it. And it's like, no, I don't want you guys to just watch me run. Like, I want you to do it with me. And in my groups, I started to get funny, because I'm like, I started to feel like I was becoming a cookie cutter coach, like posting these scripts and just, yay, great job, way to go, good job, girl, way to push through, da da da. Like, that doesn't really matter. Like, do we all need encouragement? Yeah, but honestly, the people who are going to post their sweaty selfies, like, honestly, like, I don't need anybody to comment on it or like it. I just need to post it for accountability, right? Like, that's why we do it. So I started to realize that, like, I have done everything that Beachbody told me to do. Like, I've done it the Beachbody way for 3.5 years. And then I get on this call with Macy, and I'm like, this is totally different. This girl's page is totally different. I wouldn't even know she's a Beachbody coach, and she's making $8,000 a month at coach rank. Yeah, she dropped from Emerald. I was like, what? Like, I know that my girls aren't in this for money, but I do know that my girls need income from this, and so do I. And I want to help them create as much money as they can for their families, be it for vacations or whatever they need, without them running themselves into the ground. They shouldn't have to, like, yeah, you're going to have to make sacrifice to grow a business. End of story. But so I've been trying to simplify things for you guys, but here's what I realized. When I was trying so hard as this one little bitty leader to do everything my team needed me to do and to create all these environments for you guys, I never had anything left for me. So there was nothing in the business that I was doing anymore that I really enjoyed. I wanted to run my own challenge group, just like you guys should. Because when I run my own and I use my own voice every day, my challengers have a better experience. They connect with me. They can see my heart. They can feel. They know exactly where I'm at in my journey and what I'm struggling with. But when I'm constantly having to have coaches, apprentice, and them practice posting, I don't get to put much of me in there. And then I feel like they're not as good. But I also feel like not everybody wants that, but I'm a pourer inner. Like, I'm a motivator. I'm a yoga instructor. Like, I push people. I want to be able to do that in my groups. And when I have, so all those scripts that you guys copy and paste, those were my writing. That's what I wrote in a group by myself every day. And I've done it hundreds of times. I want it to be fresh and new. But like, Vignette was actually, I pronounced that wrong again, didn't I? I always do, for the love of everything holy. But she was awesome because she posted for the very first time. And unlike normal Kim, where I give you guys everything, here's your script, post this at this time, post this at this time, and there was a mistake, we all might die, right? Typical me. Like, I was just like, hey, ready to post a week? Hey, just post something in the morning and something at night, like a nightly check-in, and just rotate the questions in the check-in. I gotta tell you, I gave her nothing. I woke up, I was excited to see what she had to say every day. She was coaching me. I needed the things that she said. And her like itty bitty whatever committee that it was about, like when you're like in her Mean Girls, I was like, I love that. Where did she come up with that? And like, she's just doing her. And you know, you guys have all done that where you post great posts, but I was like, see, my coaches have it. Amanda with her verse of the day and her heart for scripture, and Jessica's always got her fierce photos, and everybody's like, she's so fierce. Like, she's got this thing that I don't have. And when she posts on social media, I don't sound like that. And I shouldn't want to sound like that, because that's the problem, is we all want to sound like each other, and we shouldn't, because her voice is awesome. And when she uses it, like, it just works. And Carrie's been it's so cool to watch you guys come into your own voices. And that's what I was like, that's what I want more of. I want that for them. They're going to have more confidence in themselves and belief in themselves. They're going to grow more. I have to stop trying to white knuckle everybody's businesses for whatever reasons, because that's just the way I go about life, right? So I got to change. So all these things were coming in, and honestly, the lies were screaming at me. I had a couple fall-ins over the last couple weeks with my sisters, which happens maybe once a year, but I felt like I was the common denominator in both. And me using my words in a way that wasn't like edifying and that made them feel less than or judged was at fault both times. And honestly, my son was something with the team was going on. These couple things were happening, and I literally just felt like I can't do any of this anymore. Like, I'm terrible at life and I should just quit. And if you guys are probably all going to get there in your business, if you haven't been there already, when you just feel like you just can't, right? And I hope you don't. But what I realized, and I hope that you can learn from this, I want to do less of all the stuff. And I want to do more of what brings me joy. And of what brings me more money and more joy. And so, there's nothing worse than feeling like you're killing yourself and your family barely has money for groceries. And you've been doing it for 3.5 years. It was really humbling. It was really hard. And all at the same time, everything got hard. And so I started to press in, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm seeing people that are having their joy, and they're just fitting this into their life. It's not that this is their life. This is aligning with their life. So I started to seek out some mentorship. I started to look for people doing it differently, and I started to get ideas. But rather than telling you guys why I can't give you any exact answers of what this all means, is I'm not going to do the typical Kim thing of, okay, well, Katie told me to do this, I'm going to do this. Tracy told me to do this, I'm going to do this. We have to filter that through ourselves, right? Our beliefs, our lives, the season of life we're in. So I have to take this and say, is this going to work for my team? And here's a couple things I realized over the last couple of weeks. I realized that I don't want to do anything that you guys can't do. So I don't want to run an ad on Instagram or Facebook if you guys can't do that and don't know how to do that. I have wrestled with, should I send automated messages on Instagram to all my new followers? Here's my executive decision. No. You want to know why? When I get an automated message, the minute I follow somebody, it's like, hey, da, da, da. I don't like it. I've never once responded. Guess what, guys? It's not us. Bye. Not Team Fit with Faith. It's not me. Here's the other thing I realize is not me. I see people who like try to act like their business is in a higher place than it is. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like, there's a lot of fluff. There's a lot of people like, you know, not me. Not me. You guys see me talk about, I'm struggling in my business. I'm struggling here. Like, that's authentic. That's me. That's real. That's what people really, that's how I got most of you. I'm not going to change that. I realized that I love yoga. I'm a hot yoga instructor. It's part of why my coach found me. I was already doing this and living it. And guess what? I told myself I can't do that to be a good coach. I have to just do every Beachbody program right when it comes out. And all my coaches have to do it exactly that way. No. Should you do a Beachbody program? Yeah. Is it okay if you take a program like Lift 4 and mix something in that you enjoy too? Yeah. Is it okay if you do a hybrid program? Go ahead. Do you want to like, what do you want to make it? Do you want to run a Catholic group like Angela? Go for it. Do you want to run a group for like divorced people or for, you know, people with this chronic illness? Or do you want to just do a nurses group? Whatever you want, do it. Do you want to have people over at your house and like just do a shake and share once a month or do whatever? So here's what I realized. These are the 3 things I'm going to do. I'm stopping a whole lot of stuff. I have 3 goals this month. Streak, doing my first webinar, and getting back to my own website and blog. I have not made a blog post in 1 year and 2 months. What? I'm a writer. I want to be an author. That's part of what I was excited about Beachbody. I stopped doing all the things that I want to do this. And guess what? I'm not going to say it didn't get me anywhere. We won a trip. We created money. My husband's home. It's done so much. But I think that the people that stick with this and have joy are people that find what it is about your life that makes you happy and brings you peace and brings you joy. How does that align with Beachbody? How can this just become a vehicle for you? How can it be your platform for whatever you want to do and share and who you want to be? Oh, sorry, something just popped up. Sorry, I have no idea what just happened. I thought the call ended. So I'm like, I want to start a women's faith and fitness group. I've been wanting to do it for years. I literally am like, that's what I'm doing. And my Insanity certification that I got at Summit, it's a 1-day thing, but you have to come home and you have to practice insanity. You have to do it a lot. You have to work up your insanity endurance again. Oh, mother of pearl. You have to learn the dialogue. You have to, guys, I'm scared. But I'm going to do it because I need to do it. Because if you're not doing something every day that scares you, what are you doing on this team? What are you doing here? So I'm going to do it. That's going to be my focus. So I realized, and this was so refreshing. I talked to Carrie today on a one-on-one call and I was like, you know what? Some people have been telling me like all this stuff you're doing, going live in your team page and you spend all this time because I talk so much. That was another thing that got me down. I'm never going to be able to change that. I'm wasting all my time. No one's even watching these videos and I can't help it. So like, what can I change? And I decided I'm going to shift to one-on-one coaching. There are so many people that are going to sign up to coach and never do much with it. There are so many people that sign up to coach and they're not me. They don't have that why like I have where I needed to create all this money. That's okay. Maybe you just want to get your shake covered. Maybe you just want to be a hobby coach. Maybe you just want to be a discount coach. Maybe your pace is going to shift a ton of times. That's okay. You're welcome here. Whatever you want this to be for you, that's what I want it to be. If you don't want to hit Success Club, don't shoot for it. Forget what I say. Forget what Beachbody says. Forget what anybody says. Do you. What you need is, now, of course, if you really want to build a business and you've got income goals like I did, yes, you need to hit Success Club. But I'll be talking to you about that one-on-one. So I did a one-on-one with Carrie today, and I felt so bad, you guys. I got rid of the new coach message thread because what that was supposed to be was for my like newest coaches, like 3 or 4 or 5 people, where those people had the same questions at the same time so that I could put them in a place where instead of all of them asking me those questions separately and me being this one person that's in those message threads every day, I could work smarter, right? I wanted to start teaching you guys systems of duplication to work smarter, not harder. What happened was the entire team was in there. Everybody was talking about everything, which is great because that's what I wanted. I wanted community. I wanted communication. But I put the pressure on myself that I had to get every single person listen to everything. So here's what I decided. For you guys, to help empower you to grow your teams, team page. So these are the changes that I know of. I am going to shift to one-on-one coaching. So you have my Acuity scheduler. And those calls, there's going to be, Carrie, it wasn't up for yours, but it's going to be 3 questions that it's going to ask you about like what you're struggling with in your business, what you need the most help with right now, and like a possible solution or 2 that you think maybe would be a good, good solution to whatever problem that is. Book your call. You get a call with me. One-on-one, it's just me and you. Then, like a Zoom, or if you want to do it on the phone, that's fine. I'm going to ask you like what you most need from me. We're not getting off the phone until you have help with those 2 things or answers, right, Carrie? Like that's what we did today. And then at the end of the call, I want to end it with like, here's homework. So once you've done this, you can book your next call with me. If you do it in a day, awesome. We can have a call tomorrow. If it takes you a month, that's cool because it's on you. Your business is on you. You're pacing your timing, your goals, your way, right? I just want to be there to match whatever effort that you guys have got. So know that you can book a one-on-one call with me anytime. Know that the Fit with Faith group, I think that for posting, we were trying to do a 21-day challenge in the group a while ago, and it really got engagement up again. We all like that. But I think because it was like a random challenge within there that it really did work. But I think treating it like that all the time doesn't work. No one's really commenting on the nightly check-in except for us. So it's not really working, right? We're wasting our time. I don't want us to be wasting time. So I've heard from many coaches that what they do is they just have this ongoing community and there's no posting schedule. It freaks me out, guys. I'm super scared. The perfectionist in me cringes. What's gonna happen? The group's gonna go dead. My business is gonna fall apart and we're all gonna fail. That's the voice in my head. I've been avoiding it at all costs. Here's the deal, guys. If somebody signs up and they want to change their life, they want to do this program, they're gonna do it. If they need accountability, they're gonna post. Whether or not we tell them to, or make a nightly post or a morning check-in. That's what it's there for. Now, I know some of you are probably like, yeah, Kim, but people need more accountability in the beginning. They absolutely do. Here's what I'm finding. Macy McNeely has 350 people on Shakeology Home Direct, and she's making $8,000 a month as a coach. I don't know why. Shakeology. She's placing a ton of value on Shakeology, and she's got the retention. People, every person pretty much is staying on that shake. Guys, a post a month, as I told Carrie today, about, oh, this shake, what's your favorite recipe? And then the next one, what's your favorite benefit of Shakeology? That's not going to be enough to make people spend $100 or $130 a month on this shake. We as coaches have to know what is in that and train ourselves of the insane power of Shakeology. We have to have our own shake stories. Like, we need to be placing way more value on that bag of magic than we are. And so I know Macy said, instead of a nightly check-in, every day she has like some kind of little motivational thing in the morning, and then she has a Shakeology post where they drop their shake selfie. Like, everybody is literally, the only requirement for a group is you have to be on Shakeology. Now, I don't agree with that. Here's why. There are many top coaches that said that they either didn't have the money for the shake or they really were against the shake when they first started. And if somebody would not have let them in the door and helped them where they were at, they never would have become a coach. That's also my story. I wanted nothing to do with that shake. So I say we don't rule people out. What I do say is we place an insane amount of value in that shake, on that shake in the group, and we get a lot smarter about what we're doing in there because this is a business. And not only is it a business, we want to help people. That shake is healing people's bodies, their disorders, their illnesses, their IBS, their migraines, their everything else from the inside out. It's the healthiest thing that any one of us is putting into our bodies every day, no matter what. Do you know that? Do you believe that? Are you sharing about that? We need to bring that into our groups. So if you don't like anything I'm saying, here's what you can say. You can run your own group at any time. I think it would be awesome. I want to have freedom to get back to doing what I want to do without having to tell everybody exactly what I'm doing. Because here's what you need to know about me. I'm a procrastinator. And if you didn't already know, I do everything last minute. That's not good for a team. Because your team needs to know. Your team needs to plan. Your team needs to advertise. I make my posts the night before. Guys, this last free group that everyone felt like was kind of a SHIT show. Do you want to know why? Stephanie and I literally talked about what we were going to do the night before. My claim to fame is I do things before I'm ready, which is what I heard Macy say and a lot of people say. It's actually a really good quality. I'm about to advertise for a webinar tomorrow. Haven't even started working on it. Not one slide. But it's going to be there because I work best under pressure. So I'm just going to say that. This is what I do. So you got to find what works for you in the business. But here's the thing. I have decided to do away with almost everything coaching that I was doing. So even the sneak peek right now, you guys, I was running my own coach sneak peek as an Emerald coach right after I hit Emerald. You guys can run your own. You can make 5 little videos and use those same videos every time. You can pair up with other coaches on this team. You can plug them into the sneak peek we have and tag them in the videos. You can create a My Coach Story video like I did where you share about coaching and you just send people that link. And if they're more interested in more information, they can hop on the phone with you. There are a billion ways that you can share about coaching. I don't feel like the coach sneak peek is working anymore right now. I think that we can change it a million times. Here's what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do this month. I'm going to do on August, so if you want, you guys can do this. I think you can do your own. You can do whatever you want. I decided this is all I'm doing this month. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy it. I want to be unplugged after like 8 p.m. to be with my husband. I'm going to start going to bed at 9:30 because I'm going to get up at 4:30 and get at my day because I was on fire all day today because I got up early and I drank Energize and I did it all. And my husband was like, this is what I want to come home to every day. I don't care if the house is a mess. You are joyful. Those boys were joyful. I did cartwheels in my yard tonight, y'all. Cartwheels. I haven't done those since I was like 13. It was like I drank. You would have thought I was drunk. I just got the joy back. And granted, I had to come through a couple of really couple bad weeks. But guys, this is always what waits for you on the other side of those seasons that you push through that stretch you and are painful. So my son starts kindergarten tomorrow. I have barely worked for the last 5 days. To be truthful, that's why I didn't beat my best. I made a decision. It's good enough. This little boy, he's going back to school in a week. I'm not a perfect mom. I do have a job now I have to do, but I am going to be as present as possible, and it has filled my joy cup up. He's going to be in school starting on Wednesday. I'm going to have much more time. So that was a choice I made. And I want to start doing one-on-one calls because I don't want to waste time anymore. And I want to give more focused attention to those of you and anybody that's really trying to move forward, no matter what pace that is. Whatever. And so I'm going to call her V from now on. I'm just going to be like V so I don't mess up her name. Or we need like a nickname. We should come up with team nicknames. That would be so much fun. Like Carrie could be like Kiki or something like that. So why this matters is because I want to do your GSR. I used to do a getting started right call with every coach right when they signed up. Then I realized I was spending hours and hours and hours on hundreds of coaches that were never actually going to do anything with it. And it was a waste of time that I could have better spent with my family or God or all these other things in my life. And so I heard from top coaches, make them go through the coach university first. And whoever finishes, they're in it. Like, all right, so they get your time. Also not good because new coaches sometimes can take a while to finish that. And I really, really want people to have support from me right off the bat. So I'm going to go back to doing a call right off the bat. And then the next call will be they can book it after they finish the new coach university. So just know that that's my system moving forward. You guys are welcome to do that when you get new coaches. There is a video in the New Coach Academy about how to get your new coaches started right, what to do when you get a coach. I think each of you should create, when you get coaches signed up, a little new coach thread. And that's going to help you practice talking with them, answering their questions, like leading them. It's going to be great. And because you are their coach, I'm not. And it's never going to work if your coaches are looking to me. Here's the problem. They signed up with you for a reason. Your client signed up with you for a reason. And if all they see is my face in the sneak peek, my face in the challenge group, my face everywhere, guess what? Guess what started to happen lately? Some people's clients on this team that don't even know about it were coming to me and trying to order through me. I don't want that. And I think it's because they were seeing me everywhere. And they're thinking, well, she's the leader, so I want to be with the leader. I want them under you. I'd rather send my clients and put them under you. I mean, it feels like it benefits everybody more. And one of my coaches got really hurt this month when one of her clients did that. And she's like, Kim, I feel like I'm always going to be in your shadow. Like kind of like no matter what I do, I'm not like as good as you. And man, that hurt. That hurt because that's not true. And I hate that she felt that way. So like they need to see more of each of you and less of me, which is why you guys running your own groups is really awesome, or even just pairing up. So I'm so excited that Carrie is going to run a free group and she opened it up to anybody because I think that that's just really, really good, starting to practice some of that stuff. And you guys are going to feel so much more confident and you're going to be like, whoo, I like this so much more than what Kim was doing. And then I'm free to go figure out what works for me again too. So I'm going to do a webinar. So this week, okay, you guys might have seen me. I advertised that I'm starting a new round in Fit with Faith on the 20th. I like what Macy said about how she has this huge ongoing boot camp. And then what she does is like once every few months, she'll run like a 3-week boot camp within it. Right? So it's just like a wellness studio. She said that people who are doing yoga, CrossFit, runners, whatever, it doesn't matter. They can be in her group because guess what? They're all on Shakeology. And I don't want to, who is it for me to say, you have to do a Beachbody program to be healthy or to get fit? That's not true. That's not true. I love running. I love yoga. Does that make me any less acceptable or okay or whatever or fit? No. Why would we ever exclude those people? Those are actually the people we want. They're already into healthy living. They might become your next coach. So I want to open my groups back up to anybody and everybody. I do want to work on making Shakeology a requirement, but on a case-by-case basis of if somebody has an allergy, if somebody is like if somebody, whatever, I want to do my best to work them through their objections because I know that this is what's best for them and I truly believe that. But if I can't, which is like literally 1% of the time, I will still add them to the group. And as new coaches, just know when you don't have a really set story or a ton of confidence in your own Shakeology success story, and you don't have all that confidence that comes from like seeing so many people get results with it and people that don't when they don't do it and da-da-da. I've built this confidence over years. You guys are going to get there. But until you do, you're probably going to have more objections to the shake. You're probably going to have more people telling you that like it's too expensive. I went through that too. That's really normal. That's why I want to do one-on-ones with you guys because I've been there. But you'll get there. So I'm going to start another round in Fit with Faith and anybody can be in there, but I'm going to do away with the rigid posting. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, to be honest. I'm literally going to stop our schedule like in its tracks. I don't even care. Don't even post nightly check-ins anymore. If you're posting, I don't think we need them. I just want to create an environment. Guys, what I did, and I apologize, is I created an environment where it was like, it was on us if people got results or not. Not true. We are the gateway. We are there. We're like the middle person between these amazing life-changing tools and this person. You introduce them to a solution. Congratulations. Yes, I want you to encourage them, coach them, help them. But guess what coaching is? I'm finding, as I've been reading and watching more YouTube videos this week, that a lot of the top coaches, they do an email, like they're using Streak, and they put all of their challengers into it, and then they can click on it, and it will send one email, like a mass email, except it's not mass. It goes individually to each person, to all of them, like 2 days after they order, like 5 days after they get their order, and then 1 week. And guess what? This Brooke, whatever her name is, Lipoff or whatever, I've been watching her street trainings. She is saying her main goal in following up with her clients and checking in once a week about how their experience has been, what they like. Guys, I've been doing that in the Messenger voice clips, like to every person, like ever since I started. Like I was working so dumb and so much harder. Like you can literally just send one message and anybody that actually has something to say will respond. But she said that she was using it to place value on Shakeology and to instill belief in people that she thought would be really great potential coaches. So she's literally, think of how many more coaches you could have and how many more people would stay on Shakeology if they're getting like a message from you that's laid out. You don't have to type it every time. You can just do a snippet and it sends to these people. Like it's just, that's what I want to do. Like I want to be smarter about my business. We are in a business. Shakeology is the financial backbone of our business. So I want to create and place more value on that. So I'm figuring out currently now how I can do that. And I will share everything as I figure it out. A lot of this stuff is still in my idea mode. Like I know where I'm going and what I'm going to do, but I don't actually have like set things to share with you guys yet. All I can tell you is I'm going to do a webinar on the 14th, and I'm literally going to do, I actually went on to, I requested to be in one of Macy's webinars. I don't even know if you're allowed to do that. What else I did? Logged on, watched it, took notes, got the replay, going to go through it again. I got some really great ideas. I see how she did it, and now I'm like, cool, I'm just going to go do my own. Is anyone going to show up? I don't know. Probably have a glass of wine there in case not. But I'm just going to do it. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm like, I love that she hit like SC 160 because she had like 80 people on the call and nearly everybody bought the challenge pack after. And guess what, guys? How stupid are we if we sit there and talk to every single person and do that entire process with every single person, like hundreds of people? You can't maintain that when you're talking to that many people a day. Trust me, that's where I've been burnt out. So I'm going to do a webinar. I don't even know yet. I've got to ask Macy more questions. We're supposed to go to lunch like next week or something because I don't know if she like tells people that she'd still take them through the process, all the other people all month. Like, I don't know. Does she invite I don't know, but I'm going to start posting about this webinar that I'm going to do. I'm going to invite a ton of people to it that have never joined my group. I'm going to go back through all of my, like, and that's why I'm trying to get Streak organized so I can send like one email. I'm probably going to do a MailChimp campaign and let everybody know that I'm going to be talking about 2 main programs, 80-Day Obsession and Lift 4. I'm going to be talking about like a challenge group. I'm going to be talking about whatever. But how smart of me to literally talk to everybody at once. And then it sends them a replay. And I can message them all and be like, hey guys, you can just listen to that when you're folding laundry, doing whatever you want to do. But like, I'm going to try it. Do I know if it's going to work? No, I usually don't ahead of time, but I'm going to try it. But I think it's really smart. So I'm going to do my first webinar on the 14th. You guys are welcome to hop on and see what I do. I'm going to do a sneak peek. So in my stories only, but I'm going to do this really differently. I'm going to do it on Tuesday, August 21st. I'm not going to do it the typical Thursday thing or whatever. I'm not even going to do the coach sneak peek on Facebook, though I will post in there that I'm going to be in my series that anybody can come to. And I don't know if I'll get back to a traditional sneak peek or what I'm going to do. My goal is I would like to do a coach webinar, which is actually where all the coaches came from. That was all everybody ever did in recent last couple of years. So and we can do that. We can do a team webinar. I would love that. I just think that everybody hopping onto one thing for like 30 or 40 minutes and everybody being on together, people could ask us questions live would be so awesome versus making all these videos and posting them all day. And guess what, guys? No one's watching them. You know, like I think we can just do all this work and like not get this great result, or we can just work smarter. And so my goal is still simplification this year. It still is, you know, working smarter and not harder, but it's also bringing the joy back into the business. And I really want to help point each of you in the direction of your joy in the business and what it is that, you know, you want this business to be and to do for you and how you can use it to just complement your life. So I'm working with somebody in our upline And I'm scheduling calls with her and making that time investment in my business to learn. And as I learn, I'm going to share. So she recommended switching to more of a one-on-one format with my coaches and trying to get out of those message threads. And I'll tell you, I was super nervous about that. I'm like, they're going to hate me. They're going to feel like I don't care about them, that I'm not going to be there for them. And in my conversation with the coach already, one of the first things I heard was, guess what? That was actually a really good call. I did not realize how much time I was wasting in that message thread. And now I've been getting so much more done in my business now that I'm not just hanging out in the threads talking to the team all day. Because guess what, guys? Talking to the team, yeah, it's great to run things past each other. I never had anybody to do that with, by the way. So I only had that time to work. But like, it's not necessary. And we all love each other, and that's awesome. But if you're going to be on social media, I don't want you scrolling. I don't want you sitting there hanging out, talking to all of us. I want you using your time smartly to make money for your family and then get back to your family. I don't want you on your phone all day. If you start to feel like you're becoming a slave to your phone, you're doing it wrong. And I've done it a lot that way. So I just want to lead by example that you guys can have a balance in your life. It's going to be imperfectly balanced. There's going to be days you're on your phone a little more and days a little bit less. It's not going to be perfect for those of you who are perfectionists like me, but it is doable. And I can already see as you start to just take a step back and breathe and focus on, your joy and what you want this to be. It's going to be awesome. So I want you guys to think big. I want you to start thinking of like, what do I want this to be? Like, what would excite me? What would I love to do? What could I, do I love to blog? Do I want to start doing Instagram TV? Like, do I want to do do I want to what am I passionate about sharing? And how can I step into that? What's one thing that's scaring you right now that you can just take a step toward today, tonight, tomorrow? What's that thing you've been avoiding? And just do it. Because it's going to make your life better. Whether you are ever meant to be a top coach, whether you are ever going to be on that stage like me and Stephanie with fake blonde extensions and fake eyelashes, you literally can do whatever you want in this business, and you are going to find your people. And let me tell you, I realized over the last couple of weeks that my strength in this business is one-on-one. I met 2 women, one at a Dunkin' Donuts, and we wound up going to a playground together with our kids. 5 minutes later, we had told each other our entire life stories. And guess what? She's me. She's like a soul sister. I'm like, where have you been all my life? And we literally are texting each other like, are you free today? Yep. Are you free today? Yep. And I got to tell you, I love that. I never would have done that. I wouldn't have any of you without coaching. I just it has brought, I wouldn't have just hopped into message threads and gotten to know people and gotten to interest groups. Coaching has brought so much into my life. Yes, it's hard because this job requires us to work on ourselves. But did you come here to stay the same? I don't want to stay the same. I don't want to look in 5 years and be like, yeah, I'm exactly the same as I was then. Not a chance in hell. I want to be a better wife, a better mom, a better me. And so that's the process, guys. So I'm working with, I actually also just got a virtual assistant that I'm going to start working with this week, who I've met through Instagram, and that was also a God thing. And she's awesome. She works with 2 other Beachbody coaches, and she's just going to start helping me, I think, get out more of my hey girls and helping me input industry. And if you aren't tracking your business, you don't have a business. I can't tell you how many people that I have lost. So I'm learning to stay organized, because all I keep hearing from top coaches is if there's one thing they would have done earlier, it would have been to have a better organized system of tracking their customers. So I avoid it. I have been very disorganized in my business. I've got piles of everything everywhere, but my focus to get organized so that I can be more organized for you guys and have things work smoother and better is to get organized in my own business, to start and I felt so selfish, you guys. When you first started with me, you probably felt selfish, or at least I did, for taking that time to work out and not whatever it may be, working more for your boss, or doing more for your job, or doing something for your husband, or cooking dinner for this, or spending more time with your kid, or being on the floor, whatever it is. We've all dealt with some of that guilt, for working out or taking care of ourselves, which is really so ridiculous. Then I realized I was doing the same thing in my business. I was literally trying to pour out into all of you all day, every day, and do everything you guys needed me to do and do nothing for me in my business. And what they teach you is that 10 to 20% of your time in the business should be spent on your team. 80 to 90% should be on your own business. And I had that totally backward. And that stunted the growth of our team. It led you guys to not actually figure a lot out for yourselves, or feel like I have held all of you back. And I'm so sorry, because that's not what I meant to do. And I am really excited to just move forward where I'm working with the people who want this. And you guys are going to get more of my focused quality attention from me. And the things that we do are going to be working smarter, not harder. So that's literally, I'm going to run a free group this month, and I'm debating if I want to do an anxiety group about ways to, because we just meet so many people. That's like my target audience. If I'm going to do it on anxiety, or if I'm going to do like a meal prep group, because I feel like that's such a struggle for people, and I've learned a lot more. And so just like a 3-day, and I'm probably going to run it within Fit with Faith Fitness again. Though I royally, as you can tell, stuff that goes in there. So I am also planning to start a coach webinar in October, but I'm hoping to do one in September. But for now, I'm just going to share about coaching, breadcrumbing in my Facebook posts and Instagram posts, do the sneak peek in my stories for a whole day on Tuesday. They have a link, and there's an application in my bio. So if people are interested, because I do think we have to share about coaching a lot, but I honestly think that breadcrumbing it in our posts and about what it's doing for us and the team. And like, I just got a birthday gift from Stephanie in the mail tonight, and I opened it up, and it's like all kinds of, can anyone guess? Actually, hold on. Let me mute everyone. Unmute everyone. Can anyone guess what's in my package from Stephanie? Or what color the package was? Let's start with that. Can anyone guess what color the package was? Glittery pink. Why does everyone not know that? Stephanie is literally a pink diva. She's literally the girliest girl ever. It's a glittery pink package, and the minute I pulled it out, I was like, oh Lord, stop sending.
Oh, you didn't even open it. Oh, dang it.
What happened?
I said pink and gold.
Oh no, it was, yes, that's exactly what it was. I don't know why my Zoom cut out. It was pink and gold, and literally it is chock full of like fake eyelashes, makeup, like masks, hair masks, all the things that she knows I don't own and I don't do. And I love it because that's her jam, and that's what I need in my life. I need a friend to be like, it's time to have a friend intervention. You don't shower, you live in workout clothes, you need a change. Here I come. Like, she's already like, the minute you come home to Buffalo, I'm meeting you at the airport and I'm microblading you. I'm like, oh my Lord, how it. It's like, seriously, like, I needed that in my life, and that's what I love. So like, I'm gonna absolutely make a post about that probably tomorrow.
I was actually going to visit her and ask her exactly what is microblading.
Yeah, she needs to like go live. She needs to like go live and Fit with Faith and share about what it is, because apparently it's like permanent. Like, you don't have to like draw them on or color them in. It literally like stays. I don't know. Anyway, she's like the diva and queen of all things that I am not. So she's awesome because she can, that's part of her brand, and I love it. So yeah. So you guys, here's the deal. When I signed up to coach, like, it was just like, hey, you guys know you should just run a challenge group every month. You should run a free group every month, because so many people are not ready, like, and they don't know that it's going to be worth their investment. And many of you are here because you did a free group with me first, and then you whatever. And you know that you can do this as a team. You can always message me and be like, hey, I'm out of ideas this month, or da-da-da, or this is a really rough month for me. Can I pair up with you? Like, guys, like, it's not like I'm like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I want you to step into your own greatness. I want you to feel like a coach. I want you to take those ideas and I want you to run with them. And I just want you to find that joy for yourself in this business that I found by putting myself out there. I was so scared. I pretty much hated my coach because I was like, why is she making me do this? Like, I'm brand new. And like, she had me run a team call for her like the second month. And I remember thinking, she just wants me to do the work for her. Like, literally, that's all I ever felt like, because I just didn't even know what to make of it. I was like, I'm brand new. And I felt like I just wasn't ready to do any of it. And looking back, it was the best thing for me, because it's how I learned to stand on my own 2 feet and what it took. And I really don't know if I would have even made it if it wouldn't have been for that. I already wanted to quit. The first 3 months of coaching, guys, is the hardest. I literally reached out to people every single day. I did a power hour every day, 6 days a week, sometimes 7, for 3 months. And it took that to hit Success Club in my second month and my third month. And then that's, I think, when I got to SC10 was my third month. But you guys, I was working it harder than anyone I knew. And so it is hard at the beginning. So if you are going to go slower, that's fine. Just know that it's going to take you longer. So don't think that it's you doing something wrong. It's kind of like health and fitness, right? And if you only follow a part of the equation, like, it's just like if you do our workouts and you don't do the meal. Like, if you leave out the inviting, or you don't really post much, or you don't really share about your story, like, you don't share transformation pictures, all those things, it just makes it take longer. So any of you that want to do a one-on-one call with me, let me know, book it. Let's get you going. Let's do a goal call like Carrie and I did today. It was great. So I know your goals for August, and so I can help you reach them. Thank you so much for listening to me share my heart. And if you do have any questions, just pop it on the team feed or in the thread. And I'm excited to see what everybody does this month, and who's going to do their own things, who's going to pair up on a team. Like, it's just exciting because this is yours. So go take it and make what you want of it. Yes.
Wait, hot questions on where?
If you want to do it in the team chat, that's fine. If you want to do it on the team page, like, whatever, that's fine. If you're an Emerald coach and you have like Emerald questions,